Hello everybody, welcome to our channel. Sandeep here. Today we are going to discuss certain things about the project management, their bar chart, Gantt chart, critical path and many other things. But before that, I would like to tell you that most of the Indian contractors or the upcoming contractors, they are not working on certain areas which we are calling it as the graphs, how the profitability index, how the IRR ratio, as well as how the project is moving ahead. To understand that, how critical it is, let us see the Indian share market. If you see the Indian share market, it is just the buying and selling of certain shares, and depending upon the amount of people buying the shares, the share market goes up, and if the amount of people selling the share market goes down. I think most of you might be knowing. How many shares people are buying and selling at a particular time period. Based on that, actually, it goes up and coming down. At the same time, yes, there are certain fundamentals, technical things are they are related to the Nifty 50 or related to one particular share. But yes, there is a critical amount of study. What is the critical amount of study is basically what are basically the trends are there, what are the graphs are there, what are the how the behavior of certain shares are there. So similarly in the construction industry, how a particular site or a project is governing, how people are paying it, how the site is getting progressed, because there are 200, 500, 800 number of people are working. So let us see that how we can correlate and what kind of deep analysis is pending, so that or what kind of deep analysis is required so that the profitability of the construction project is on the top of the edge. So let's get started. All right, so this is basically the Nifty 50, and you can see that the market is going on, and this is relatively on the uptrend over here. How many people are potentially buying the particular shares? I'll just open the. So I'll just tell you that this is the market which is going on, and this is the actual running cost. The market is going on today, and you will see that it is going up, up, and this is coming at as a neutral axis over here, and it is trying to basically coming down or up and all actually. So based on the number of people, actually there is basically the one of the view of certain trading platform. You will see that how many numbers of people are going trying to buy this and sell this and all actually, and there are varied variety of different indicators. Technical indicators are there, certain community indicators are there, and a lot of study is given into this. Now, why am I discussing this trading things actually related to the civil and project management? It is related to the finance management, guys. So let's dive into it. Yes, related to construction, as most of you might be knowing, the construction is basically the U curve. What does that mean? You will see that over here. This is a graph, and you will see that how the construction works basically, how the parameter works. More or less, the construction is basically the U-shape graph. On the on the y-axis, there is a cost or a price. On the x-axis, basically there is a time. So you need to find out. See, this is a project in which you need to find out that which is the particular area where the highest efficiency of the cost or the price would be there at what particular time. So time is basically directly proportional to the cost, majorly. Why? Because overhead cost, many other things are related to the time. As the time increases, the cost also gets increased. But at certain areas, if the time is required to be reduced, crunched quite heavily, then also cost jumps up. Let's say, for example, if you want to construct certain things at a very less amount of time, that time also the cost of the project or any particular construction would go up. So we need to really find out what is the efficiency, where exactly the maximum efficiency of the project can be achieved. So such kind of graph is known as the U curve graph of a construction industry. Now, what is the another graph? There is another graph, we call it as the S curve. So let's see that what is it. So I would like to showcase to you one more type of graph, which is basically the U-curve graph. Okay, so what is the another graph? We call it as the S-curve. What does that mean? So let's get started. In this particular graph, you will see that there is a team A. Let us say I'll just put that in the red color. The team A is starting the particular project and it is there at a particular graph like this. So this is basically the cost. Finally this is the cost which is coming it up, let's say over here. So this is the team A. Like in cricket also there is a team A and there is team B. So let's say, for example, there are wickets here, wicket here, wicket here, wicket here. Let's basically, we call it as the cricket graph. Now we will see that another graph. Let's say I'll just take the another color over here. All right, so another graph is basically like this. So it might go up, again come down, and then it shoots up. So what is this actually? Here also there are certain wickets. So team A is basically in the construction industry, we call it as the estimated. This is estimated price. We call it as the baseline also in the project management area. Baseline. There might be n number of baselines, but typically at least a couple of baselines would be there before tender, before starting the construction, uh, at the time of award, and at the time of foundation, plinth, and all actually. This is at actuals. So what is happening as a project manager, you need to find out that at a particular event, this is wicket basically. In wicket is a different thing. It is having uncertainty related to the cricket. But related to the project, you will see that this is particularly, we call it as the milestone. At a particular milestone, let's say the foundation is finished, the plinth is finished, the first floor slab is finished. How much basically is the variance? And how do you uh, you know make sure that the variance is not too high or variance is absolutely not there or the negative variance is there? Means here your estimating cost is on the higher side, but at the lower side only you are able to do that, and something has happened within this particular range. What has happened that the price has really shooted up. What is, and this is basically the loss of the project. All right, so many places we need to see that this is basically, we call it as the S curve graph. Like that, many different types of graph. As a project manager, as a BM technologist, you really required to do that, and for that there are fabulous tools are available. Yes, Excel is one of the very basic tool, but yes, there are so many different tools like Power BI and Zoho Analytics, Google Analytics, and many in SAP also. ERP systems are there, Oracle systems are there, many such systems are there where, as a developer, as a builder, as a contractor, as a subcontractor, as an investor, you will make sure that the projects are there in the profitability index. All right, so a finance management related to many different types of graphs. For example, let us see this. How a project is going now from here. Actually, yes, currently, fortunately, the market is going on, and it is on. So you can see that this particular trend is the green trend, means market is definitely going to go slightly on the upper side. And yes, this is the buying zone, this is the selling zone. So obviously, you can make the profit, and such kind of things are definitely required to do that in the construction. Unfortunately, many top contractors, they are not doing that. That's why a big amount of loss they are incurring. EPMC, Econstruct has came up with the platform, we call it as the EPMC, means the digital PMC, in which we cover such kind of things. And we make sure that, profitability of any particular project is ensured. And if there is a tendency that the project might go under to the loss because of certain reasons, speculations and natural disaster or any, kind of reasons, we will tell you quite in advance that yes, these are the reasons that the project might go into the loss. Please make sure that you are, getting saved. All right, so I hope you really liked this particular video. If you really like it, please give a thumbs up. If you really loved it, please subscribe the channel for best of such kind of videos to see further. Thank you so much. Bye bye.